Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools speak because they have to say something. If you're going to be a great speaker, you must learn to think before you speak. Your strength is in thinking, not speaking. And you destroy your relationship if that's how you behave. A fool allows his anger to find expression like an unrestrained volcano. A wise man puts a lead on the expression of his emotions.
How best do you describe someone whose life, essence, and ministry has inspired many? Does the word really exist? How do you paint a picture of a heart so true? What word is there to utter of the life and personhood of the man, Sam Oye? A phenomenal masterpiece, an embodiment of inspiration, a sagacious fellow, transformational generalissimo, a perfect gentleman, an apostle of clean mind, humorist, a team player, an active listener, Sammy the Great. We all have stories to tell of your impact and your service to your Maker and humanity, dear Papa.
I met Pastor Sam Oye in 2009 when a friend of mine invited me to then Harvest House International Church, and from there I got stuck, especially when I had a one-on-one encounter with him and I told him about some of the challenges I had. And it was so simple to talk to. He was so easy to talk with and to express my fears and my worries, my concerns to him. And I thank God that I had that one-time opportunity, because it has made a difference, a whole lot of difference in my life.
I met Reverend Sam sometimes 2009. A child of mine was ill, and later Pastor Ben introduced me. He said, come and go to my church. And the first thing I told him, I said, no, I am tired of church. I don't want to. I said, but if I have to meet the person, let me meet whoever you are introducing to me as a friend.
On that day, I was in church, it was a Sunday service, and Reverend Sam was to preach. And lo and behold, the preaching was so fantastic. I was, blown away. I was stupefied. But in my mind, I concluded that maybe that Sunday was his lucky day, that I hope some other time when I visit the church, he will be able to maintain the same standard.
A couple of years back, when I relocated to Abuja from Lagos, I had the challenge of which church am I going to be attending, where am I going to be worshiping. Shortly before I left Lagos, I discussed with my senior pastor in Lagos that I have this challenge. I don't even know any church in Abuja. Where does he think, or who does he think I can stay under? And straight away, he mentioned Reverend Sam Oye. That, look, that's a good man, that's a shepherd that you'll be comfortable being under.
And behold, I went to Reverend Sam's office. He welcomed me, he spoke to me. He didn't talk to me about church. He was just talking to me about life. And I traveled with the child outside the country for treatment. And I was surprised. A week, 2 weeks after, every day he would call me to find out, how are you doing, how this. And by the time I came back, I asked myself, this is a different person.
I came in just as a musician, a bass player, just like every other bass player would want to play in the church and get paid. And then, so I came. After meeting Reverend Sam for the first time that Sunday, meeting him changed my whole mindset about being a musician and playing in church and getting paid. And from that time till now, I'm still a musician, I'm still a bass player, but with a different mindset.
Then another time I took permission from my family, they went to the other church, I came to the Transforming Church, and the same thing happened. Reverend Sam's message was just top notch. It blew me, blew me away. And I started asking myself, I think I was soliloquizing that day, that does it mean that this is how this man preaches all the time? And then before long, my wife decided that, this church that you always sneak into, I think I would want to also go along with you and see what's happening. I recall that day when we came to church, the greeters, seeing us way ahead, they just dashed down and collected the twins. And my wife was blown away. My wife felt loved. You know, she can never forget that encounter. We came to church, and as usual, it was a very, very wonderful service. And your guess is as good as mine. We started attending the church, and the experience has been so lovely, so lovely.
I met Reverend Sam so many years ago when I was in a crossroad in my life, and my sister and my friend Chioma told me that she wanted me to meet with her pastor. And I'm like, I don't want to meet anybody. But when we got to his office that day, I saw this hero with so many sides. I'll ask him one question, he will answer in 10 different ways. I'll bring up a topic, and then he'll bring up 10 other topics, you know, around what we're discussing. I was amazed. I'm like, who is this? Where has he been? How come I'm just meeting him? You know, and from that day, the story changed.
Well, Reverend Sam was one of the deciding factors for my staying back in Abuja. I came to the Transforming Church, I met with him, and I felt at home. I felt this was where I want to be, and this is the pastor that I want to be under. Reverend Sam is, he has been an amazing person. He's a father. He has been someone I can easily reach out to and talk to. He has been someone I can just follow his lifestyle, and I know I'm on the right track.
I met Reverend Sam about 7 years ago. Actually, it was my wife that dragged me to TTC, and the chemistry was instantaneous, actually. The first day I set eyes on him, the first day I heard his voice, the first day I heard his teachings, I just found him irresistible. So, I mean, since then, I've been one of his, you know, prime followers. I just love everything about Reverend Sam.
And I said, well, I would like to attend your church, but tell me about you first. I remember he explained, I said, what does your wife do? He told me, I said, it's okay. Now I'm happy I can join you. And I'm sure he was wondering why, but since then, not till now, I've not had any cause to regret. Most times I find it difficult to refer to him as my pastor. I look at him like, he's my brother, he's my son. Because if I look at him as my pastor, maybe it would have been difficult to develop the relationship.
And so I came to the Transforming Church, and lo and behold, I was wowed. The ambience, the message, the people, the worship, everything was it for me. And so that day, I decided this was where I was going to be, just one day, and that was it for me. I remember quite very well that day, there was some celebration of sorts. The church football team had just won a trophy, and the entire church was in a celebration mood, and so it was just so also very good for me. I decided there and then that I was going to be a part of the Transforming Church.
It was in 2010 or thereabout when my friend, who today is my wonderful wife, called me and said, there's this church in the facility they manage, and I think I need to listen to the pastor. Very early on Sunday morning, we used to be in church as early as possible, and you must be uptight, well dressed. We're in church, and I think Reverend Sam had an accident that time. So he came in with a cap, and I whispered to my friend and said, this one is pastor of the end time. And the service was just normal, and he picked the mic, and he said something that blew my mind away. He started from his analogy, from his introduction, and he started preaching. I remember telling my friend, who today is my wife, that this is different from what the sermon we've heard all our lives. And he tore my mind open. I saw life in a different perspective. And there's something that stood out for me in Reverend Sam is his lifestyle. Whenever he talks to you, he says, sir. Whenever he addresses me, he says, sir. Hello, sir. How are you doing, sir? I've never heard of it. You see, there's this air of superiority and pietiness around men of God. So they act as deputy Jesus. And this man being so low, calling me sir, it changed my mindset. There's no proud. When you're talking to him, it's okay, can I listen to you, sir? And that was how the journey began. So I said, how can I keep on listening to this man? I had no business with Abuja. I had no dream with Abuja. But because of Reverend Sam, I said, let me give it a try. If this man can come into Abuja with Ghana Must Go and be where he used to be that year, I mean about 10 years ago, I think I can give this a shot. I moved into Abuja and I listened to him every day. Reverend Sam is intelligent. His cerebral acuity is top-notch. He has mastery of grammatical syntax. He has a life of integrity, decency, and honesty. I began to listen to him and my world view began to change gradually.
Thank you for yielding. Thank you for staying. Thank you for not soiling your garment. Thank you for upholding the virtues of faith. Thank you for not bringing shame to the altar. Thank you for being an ambassador of truth. Thank you for bringing honor to Christendom and your family's house. Thank you for yielding to the Paraclete. Thank you for preaching the gospel boldly and unashamedly. Thank you for guarding the ethos of the righteousness and faith. Thank you for being a blessing.
It was late 2013 and I broke even. And I went to Reverend Sam, happy, proud, and I said, sir, so all these battles I've been facing, I want more battles. So this is what the enemy have been trying to stop me from. And he said something that changed my dimensions, my worldview. He said, those who fight don't build. Those who war don't build. It was at a time in my life I was always seeking for validations, approval. I just want to be this boy that daddy just love. I remember he said, the need to be needed will be a lead on your life. Pursue purpose in the midst of opposition. I am where I am today because I constantly listen to Reverend Sam. Reverend Sam is an embodiment of wisdom, and this man is transparency personified. You see, you can never catch him with financial mismanagement. You can never catch him with behavioral misconduct. You know, it's one thing to listen to Reverend Sam. It's another thing to catch his spirit.
I've learned a lot in terms of transformational leadership. His love for Christ, it teaches, contemporary Christianity. That's what I love about him. Contemporary Christianity, transformational leadership, his eyes for excellence. These are things I've grabbed from him since I started coming to TTC.
Reverend Sam is a hero in the sense that he will be the one to ask you, what is it that he has asked you to do? And he will give you all the support. He's given me all the support in my own assignments. He's encouraged me in so many ways. He has even come to say, what are you doing concerning this area? What are you doing concerning that area? Reverend Sam has mentored me in a lot of ways, and I feel sad in a little way because I did not meet him when I was much younger. If I had met him when I was much younger, I wouldn't be standing here today.
When I joined the Transforming Church, the then Harvest House International Church, now Transforming Church, I was single, but now, 9 years down the line, more than 9 years down the line, I am blessed with a handsome, very God-fearing man, Engineer Henry Akoje, and I've been blessed with 4 children. My life has changed. We own our own home. We had that push one time during one of the messages, and we went all out, and we're today blessed with our own home. At least, if not for anything, that is a huge thing in Abuja right now.
So meeting Reverend Sam has been really helpful to me, and in my career, it's been good all the way.
I discovered something about Reverend Sam. just like his email says, he's somebody that listens. He has that gift of empathically and intelligently listening to you. And by the time he's done listening to you and he takes up your case, or he's about to talk to you, it's as though he's been rehearsing those things for weeks or days, yet it's there and then. And so it's something that endears me to him a lot, and a lot of us here in the Transforming Church. He's been there, and every day I still repeat it. There are people my age group who ask me, knowing my background about church, where I'm coming from, how come you are sitting under this young man? And I tell them that what this young man has, me at my age, I don't have it. He's been wonderful. My children have learned. I am learning every day from him.
Well, Reverend Sam has been a massive inspiration to me and my family. There's no doubt about it. Reverend Sam has influenced us so much, and he has taught us that in life, there's really no impossibility. He has taught us to be forward-looking, because we have learned so much about him, because he himself is someone that is always a step ahead of the pack. Did I say a step ahead? Maybe I should say several steps ahead of the pack. So we have drawn a lot of inspiration from him, and in terms of having vision for your life, in terms of being creative, in terms of being innovative, and in terms of just knowing that with God, all things are possible.
It's your birthday and wedding anniversary, our priest. May you grow, constantly rise, strengthened in the showers of his grace. May you be hotter than when you began. May you daily hear from the portals of Zion. May God make you a name and a praise. May you constantly depopulate hell to the excitement of Zion. May you not run this race in vain. May fame spread abroad for good. May your impact be felt in this generation and generations after. Your home is blessed. Your rewards shall be in millionfold. Your enemies shall constantly be on blindfold. His favor that you have always enjoyed shall be your scaffold. Your manifestation shall none withhold. Whoever dares shall eternally be on blindfold. You shall manifest greatness, as it was foretold, more than we have seen. We love you, Papa Sam and Mama Mary. Happy birthday and wedding anniversary.
Happy birthday to you, Reverend Sam Oye, and happy wedding anniversary. I pray that the Lord continue to bless you, keep you, and the Lord continue to strengthen you in Jesus' name. I
want to wish Reverend Sam a very happy birthday. The longer you live, sir, the brighter you shall shine. God still has a lot to do in and through you. I'm trusting that you continue to grow in wisdom, you continue to grow in the spirit of excellence, trusting that you fulfill destiny, you fulfill your purpose on the face of the earth. Congratulations on this lofty birthday.
Happy wedding anniversary to my best couple, to a couple I respect so much, I honor, and of course, to you, Reverend Mrs. Mary Oye. I salute both of you. Happy wedding anniversary. And happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Reverend Sam, and happy wedding anniversary.
Happy birthday, the best that life can offer. For wedding anniversary, I wish both of you more beautiful years.
A happy birthday to Reverend Sam. It's my prayer for you that you will continue to soar like the eagle that you are. I pray that your strength will never fail. And for you and our dear mama, I say a happy wedding anniversary to both of you.
I want to wish him a happy birthday. I pray that this new year will be the best year for him so far. The new year would usher him into realms and heights he's yet to attain. The new year is going to be an amazing and impactful year for him. I also want to wish him a happy wedding anniversary. I pray that the family will continue to be a pillar in the society, continue to be a family we would look up to, a family we would always want to emulate.
Happy birthday, Reverend Sam. I pray that God's blessing upon your life will continue to increase, just as I see you every time on your jeans and sneakers, and I wish to be like you when I grow up like you. You shall forever remain young in Jesus' name. Happy wedding anniversary to you, sir, and Mama Mary Oye. God bless you.
Happy birthday and happy anniversary.
My wife and I want to wish you a happy birthday and a happy wedding anniversary. Reverend Sam, Egbon Shegun, Igba Odun Odun Tong. Hands in the air.